First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. Won't make any progress when investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remains. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. I might reveal something new. This display span the saw was on. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does it mean it was using the attack somehow? And plus, the swords were taken out, so it's just the sheath bottom. Huh. There's some scratch on the sheath. It must be made with something sharp. How does she get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during a struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide up in the middle of the fight. So why the scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? I'd say so. Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something, you wouldn't. The room was soundproof.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another one of Kuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a key on the ground. There's my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's wrong. We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. God damn that girl! Why would she? She was scared she should have someone extra stay with her, unless she thought I might murder her. So Sayaka would have had the keys here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if we're sure it's you, ask them to open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. It was not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. But how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Could the killer have already been in here somehow? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does it mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coatings come off of parts of the blade and the handle. If the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Right. Here's the question. Will Sayaka have the gold coating on it? Because if not, that indicates the killer cleaned her, which doesn't make much sense. But if Sayaka does not have a lot of gold coating on her, then the killer must have used the sword. Huh? Looking at the lint roll, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? I doubt it. That gouge in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? The token is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that's been used at all. Well, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine and I haven't had any reason to open it. Can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Munda?
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
No, not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet fast, I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
none of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. No one says we have the code for theirs. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. A surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using it to keep an eye on everything that's happening here. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. You just keep on watching. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey!
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. That's sensible.
By the way...
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could already destroy some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
You son of a bitch!
Dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is a scum that deserves death. That's what my brother told me.
You're fucking
so
dead.
if I find that son of a bitch I did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. I believe you. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll get Olga sorted out when the time comes. Apparently a bit of a chivalrous streak. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No. Not really. I'm searching. Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating, praying harder. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Noting she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Could you clarify for the dumb kid? Unusual, what do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around too before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone older than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well...
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The bathroom, on the other side of his door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down and step into the bathroom. Poor girl. The purpleness is just ruining it, but yeah. Looking at her made it painful clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, Sayaka. All at once I was come with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought helped me up and supported me. Look past the to the wall behind her. And there's some... What? Rim block with the number 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Hang on a fucking second. That's not a number! I just turned my head upside down. I just noticed something. I can't really show it with the pointer, but look at the two ones. You can see a hint. You can see a hint of something. I don't think that's a number. Oh, but if that's the case, fuck. I told myself I still couldn't face what I saw, but now it's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma phone to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But what they used to kill her, where did they get it? It's definitely something I should look into later. The kitchen? Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Right. Her hands are not exactly covered in golden dust, but there's a speck of it. I think the killer grabbed the, big sword first and smacked her with it. Like, as he said, the sheath is heavy. It's a blunt object. Nothing that concerns me is... there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palm of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger... Sayaka's wrist had been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Only her finger because she used her own blood to write the number or the name. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. The waterfall shower gets turned off at nighttime. Doesn't seem to be anything else, but that's... I already have a strong suspicion. It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. It looks like Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was a found message. It says that she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
We often talk like an aspiring poet, but the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I no idea what could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the number makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. After she wrote them in another occasion while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. Right. I just checked on my own hand wrist, and if your hand is pointing backwards, so it's not because of the way the cabin is designed or anything, it's because if you point your hand backwards and make the same motions as if you would write, you would write upside down. If you want to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well...
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. See? If I wrote that message with my hand upside down like that, it's spelled Leon. And Leon is the baseball guy. And you can be sure as fuck he could break somebody's wrist with a blunt instrument. I hope that is wrong, and it's just a red herring because I like the guy, but fuck him if he actually did it. Someone Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, we better to ask for the ultimate program.
Makoto.
There's one other thing I want to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? I mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice. Well, just close the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh. The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob practically about to fall off? Why is it like this?
It would
Someone must have
seem...
used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. What it was obvious it was intentional. What if it was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while lost in thought. The apparent stroke of some realization she should have questioned me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what I'm saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. Right, Sayaka would have used that as a defensive sort, and the killer, thinking it was locked, would have tried to unscrew it. But if they had access to the tools to unscrew it... Oh god, that just points even more at him. I mean, think about it. There are tools in my room, but they are not unpacked. And Sayaka certainly didn't bring any tools. So the killer must have had his own set of tools, and only the boys have those. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if again, I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. It was time to look into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD side I forgot. When Sayaka did, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, and they'll even talk to me about this. Right. This is definitely my room, but the nameplate is Sayaka's name on it. Wait, what? The nameplates have been switched around? Huh? This is the Yakuza room, right? But the nameplate was my name on it. The nameplate in my room is was Switch. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.